Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's up? If I got everything hooked up correctly, we should be on the guitar channel, but I am going to go ahead and hint at 10:15, so in 1 hour, we're going to switch over to my new channel, JC Practices Math. But I'll be multi-streaming to both of them at the same time, like the guitar one and the math one. If I got everything hooked up correctly, I'm going to be incredibly impressed with myself. But yeah, I just want to give this teaser. Later on, we will be proving this delightful little identity. 2025 equals 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 all squared equals 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus ... 9 cubed. That's a lovely little identity, and many, so much credit to my friend Jay for pointing this out to me. But then what's so cool is I literally just proved that exact same identity like 2 days ago on the airplane. So I love it. What a great synchronicity. But that's not what we're going to do right now. Right now we're going to practice classical guitar. I am a guitarist. Let's do the guitar thing. How's it going, folks? What's up? I'm super stoked for this practice stream, as always. So I haven't touched the guitar yet. We're going to do scales. That's what I'm going to do every day, forever. And it seems like people don't seem to mind the scales practice. If anything, people seem to enjoy scales. So let's do it. Let's do the scales thing. It's cool to me because then I get to stream more. Like in this time that I would just practice scales lonely and all by myself, I get to actually hang out with y'all. That's great. How's it going, y'all? What's up? Happy to hear that. I just woke up. I pretty much just woke up and immediately grabbed the guitar. And that's because I have a hard stop at 11. So I gotta make sure I get my stream in by then. Dude, I'm excited. We're gonna do a math stream. And I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try to multi-stream to both channels at the same time, which I think will be fun. I think that'll be like a technical challenge that I'll be impressed by if I can make that happen. And I've got a really fun stream today for math, I think. Setting the bar high this year. Yeah, man. That's how I do. By the way, I checked in with my teacher. He uses Duncan, like I thought. So go get that book. Whether or not you want to work together, go get that book. It seems to be good. There's a series of them. I think just starting with book 1 is probably best for anybody. I'm not a math guy, but we'll give it a listen. We'll look. Thanks. Yeah, man. Let me give you just like a little sneak peek because something that's cool is like I want to have something for everybody, even people who aren't math people. And so this is going to only take like 30 seconds, I promise you. Today we are going to prove this identity. This is a delightful identity. So I'm calling it Happy Triangle Square Cube Year. Triangle Square Cubes Year, I think. 2025 is 1 plus ... 9 all squared. And it also is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus ... 9 cubed. That's lovely. Like, that's just delightful, right? That's fun. But so, you know, to like a little kid, I'm literally gonna tutor some kids later today. I'm just gonna show them that and just leave it at that. But we're actually going to prove that formula, not just for 9, but for any number n, which is nice. I'm stoked. I think it's gonna be a fun stream. I bought a guitar and need a support now. My funds are drained. I feel you, man. Well, if that changes in the future, hit me up. You can always ask me questions and get a lot of free info right here. Feel free to ask questions. I'm happy to shoot over PDFs or scores, fingerings, whatever. I've really been hitting the standard notation. It's slow going but moving. Nice, dude. I'd say even before a support, just use it. Just get a cheap footstool. Just get a cheap footstool and get book 1 of Node. Like, or don't even use a footstool. Use like a box nearby. Like, use a shoe box or whatever. But getting started with a book is going to give you better return on your money than getting like a fancy support. Hey, Fandiota, how are you? How's it going? Literally using a shoebox now. That's what I thought, man. You sound like me back in the day. I don't know, man. No offense, I have no idea. Is it for a classical guitar or something else? Do you like the oboe? Sure, why not? I like every instrument, right? I never played it, but seems nice. I like every instrument except the trombone. The trombone is just silly. It's just a silly instrument. Someday we'll play Trombone Hero here on this stream. Just totally off topic. Trombone Hero is hilarious. funny, I think. Moving your arm is a good thing. Yeah, G guy, all those instruments are easy as hell. Hey, who? Thank you. Good to see you, Jeffrey. How's it going, man? Brass or woodwind? Neither. Wood? Strings? Hey, so L 2013, nice name. I like your handle. How long does it take to learn the basics on guitar? Not long. I always say the guitar is the easiest instrument. It's the easiest instrument and the hardest instrument at the same time. Like, literally, I think it's the easiest instrument and the hardest instrument. And that's because you can play, like, most good guitar music, like, I don't know, Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, or anything by the Sex Pistols, or, I don't know, most folk music. I don't have good examples, but, like, think just kind of common singer-songwriter folk music. Most of it's really easy. You just need to know how to strum a few different chords. Like, you just need to learn the cowboy chords, quote-unquote. So you can Google that, and you'll find what I mean. Cowboy chords. And if you learn how to play cowboy chords and you learn how to sing, that's like 99% of good guitar music. Like, that music is good. That music makes money. That music is popular, and it works really well. It's really the easiest instrument to get to a good musical level on really fast. You can learn something like Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, or Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple, or whatever, like, in a day. Like, the first time that you pick up a guitar, you can play some cool music. But classical guitar, especially, is like the most technical, super difficult. Like, it's like equal to the violin, or in my opinion, more technical and more difficult. So I love the guitar because it's so easy and quick to get into, and you can play good music. But if you just keep going, like, it never stops. It never ends. Like, it is infinite. So, yeah. Like, I love it. Hey, okay, cool. You're new to the channel. I wasn't sure. I thought so. Welcome to the channel, first off. Welcome to the practice gang here. And yeah, so I'm working on a few pieces. Really, my big goal right now is I'm trying to get to 60 minutes of performable music. I'm trying to get to a 60-minute recital. Like, meaning if I don't talk at all, I've got 60 minutes of music. That's badass, I think, for a hobbyist. Also, since you're new, I should say I'm a hobbyist. I am not a professional by any means. And so that's my one unique twist. I'll make a lot of mistakes here. Yo, Rodrigo, how's it going, man? Dude, Rodrigo, I think that you might be interested in this. I have to take a quick aside here. We're friends. We worked together at a former company. I started... damn it. This broke. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so my air server got disconnected, but I've just started a brand new practicing math channel that I'm stoked about, yo. Like, this is gonna be great. I've got a couple of streams so far. Why isn't this working yet? Come on. All right, here we go. So, brand new JC Practices Math up at the top. I think it's gonna be fucking great. And we've got a fun stream that I'm gonna do here in like 10-15, so in 30 minutes or so. And I'm gonna multi-stream it. I'm gonna do it to both channels at once if I got my technical chops going correctly. Happy New Year, happy triangle, square, cubes year. We're gonna prove this delightful little formula. I'm going to be first just showing the formula, which is something that you can show kids, and I think a lot of people will see this all year long. But then in the last two streams, I actually defined the triangle numbers, and that I actually just introduced proof by induction yesterday. And then this morning, somebody told me about this formula, and I was like, holy shit! I just proved that exact formula from this book a couple days ago. Anyways, yeah, no, derailing is fun. No worries about derailing. It's a good opportunity for me to show that to everyone. And we're in a break anyways. Also, I just got monetized, so I accidentally became a professional guitarist, which is which is also equally crazy and awesome. How's it going, y'all? Speaking of, I didn't set up a goal. If anybody tips any amount at all, I'll play a song. I'll play a song. Otherwise, we are literally just going to be practicing. I'm just going to be doing my normal practice session. Oops, not teal or higher. I meant any. Oops. All the colors. Any color, I'll play a song. So, our new friend Who, if you want to hear something that I'm working on at the moment, Casa Buck. Hey, Diablo Get, good to see you again. How are you? Let's see what's going on. Wow, cool. That's really challenging as hobbyist. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So, derailing 60 minutes of performable music. I want a 60-minute recital. Some of the pieces that I've been working on, the most recent piece that I've picked up is Vals 3 by Agustin Barrios. And then the other one that I'm still, I would say, developing, I've learned it, I can play it, is Etude 2 by Villa-Lobos. And then I think I have all of my repertoire in the video description. I don't know if you can get to it. Hey, Cesar Rodriguez, what are you doing? I'm just apparently chatting and getting distracted. But we're also practicing scales using my app that I'm building. That's a whole other derailment story, and I'll show you all that later if anyone's interested. But yeah, so we just did some ladders. Now let's do ladders a little bit faster. Jelly J, no offense, I have no idea. Somebody else might be able to answer that a little bit better than me. So this is a practice stream. I literally just do my normal practice sessions. I do play music as well sometimes. But anybody who's learned an instrument knows that 95% of your time should be practicing. You're just practicing on your guitar, exactly, and hanging out. Apparently people like to see it. I don't know why. I don't know. Community, blah, 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 community, something or other. Damn it. So think of like walking up and down on a ladder with like a kettlebell or something. That's what this exercise is. I'm like literally working out right now, y'all. About the specific things that I'm focusing on later. Oh yeah, this is a Kenny Hill. y'all should enter that raffle. Hey Quasar, how's it going, man? Yeah, I was on vacation for the holidays. New Year's really good, man. I'll answer that in a second. Her name is Kaya. so that was a little sloppy. Obviously, I was like repeating certain parts because I wasn't happy with it yet. So I'm practicing a few things. I'm noticing that a lot of the time I'm flattening the wrist. You want to keep like an arched wrist. At least, especially me, because I've got pretty long fingers. And so I'm checking on the tilt of the guitar. That's a change that my teacher has added for me recently. More tilt to the guitar. And I'm finding that when I add this tilt, I'm getting more shoulder raising on the right side. So I'm like trying to check to make sure that the shoulder isn't creeping up. Trying to keep that relaxed. I'm trying to like make sure that I bend inward when I get past the 12th fret. But the biggest thing that I'm always watching for is that the middle finger, like this fucking middle finger, is always curling. It's curling inward, and that's bad. We don't want that. We want to feel this finger being floppy, loose, like clean. So part of that is like, yeah, exactly, I did. Sorry, I was just showing you all the middle finger. This middle finger needs to stay loose. This tip joint, like it's been years that I'm trying to, literally years that I'm trying to like really improve this problem. So that's how I feel when I'm talking about the middle finger. All right, yeah. Well, hey, I'm super happy to hear that that this is motivational to you all. I think it's great. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off. I'm just trying to demonstrate what I'm talking about. So like when I'm playing, if you're going fast, I want the finger to be staying relatively straight. It shouldn't be doing this. Like if you see what it's easier against a black shirt. I shouldn't be doing this. This is both things. Right now, flat wrist, not good. We want arched wrist, and we want fingers to be loose. Like that. Those are and I'm feeling the shoulder coming up too again. So those are like some of the things that I'm thinking about and trying to watch for and practice right now. The scales, yeah, like sure. Also the left hand. I just generally don't need to focus my attention on the left hand as much. It's not perfect. I am missing some things. Like there's a lot in the left hand to watch for, like string noise, like when you do shifts, doing clean shifts, like again, the shoulder dipping and other things. But for me, so much of my focus and challenge is in the right hand. Does guitar size matter for this? Like body size? Oh, somebody asked how tall I am. I am 5'9", so meh, pretty average height, I think. Kaya, yeah, Kya. She's adorable. She's so cute. Kaya. She knows that we're about to do a math stream, and she always shows up whenever there's a math stream. So she's excited. She's getting her front row seat. Kaya, my baby. Kaya, hello. I think I heard that there was a little fight between them. I'm 5'9.5". No. Yeah, like, I don't know if the camera makes that happen or whatever, but, yeah. There's that, there's a really funny TikTok, I think, like, there's a funny TikTok that's like, my wife thinks I'm 5'9", but I'm actually 5'7", or something, like, I forget how it goes. I'm 5'7". Oh, you might like this TikTok then. Like, try to search for that. Like, my wife thinks I'm 5'9", but I'm 5'7", or maybe it's 5'6". I forget what it is. Hello, John. I think you were right with your posture. Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to work on all this sorts of things. Careful, I am 5'7". There's nothing wrong with 5'7", y'all. I'm not insulting 5'7" in any way. But this video is hilarious. You should see it. It's really funny. TikTok is banned. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It might get banned here too in just a couple months. You know, unless yeah. Thank God. Thank riddance. I was on TikTok for a long time. I've got like 1,000 subscribers there. I hate it. I hate TikTok with a passion. I hate YouTube Shorts too. So I love, no offense to you all, you probably found me through the YouTube Shorts tab. It's just not my thing. It's too fun. It's too addicting. It's too much dopamine. Maybe my channel has a little bit of dopamine effect, but it's meant to be the opposite of a YouTube short. So I love that this stream shows up when you're just scrolling YouTube shorts. You're just like seeing 30-second dance videos, and then all of a sudden there's a 2-hour-long scales practice session. Like, what? That's hilarious to me. Okay. All right, so we did scales at 75%. Now we're just going to do it at 86%, a little bit faster. So again, I'm really watching for that staccato. I want to feel the finger planting on the string, and ideally plant on the string and get that loose tip joint. Like the tip joint should still feel loose. So I'm like not just swiping at the string, but I'm like preparing it. The fingernail is on the string and it even prepares. Like for a moment, I prepare. Okay, this podcast is not for me. Well, too bad. There's plenty of other podcasts out there. If you tell me what you're into, I might have some recommendations. I'm really into science and technology, but I also like music. All right. Also, you might be interested in my brand new math podcast stream. I have a brand new math stream that we're about to switch over to in 15 minutes. All right, next scale. gonna regret doing that. Hey, Who, good to see you, man. Also, before you go, what are you working on? Clearly you're a guitarist as well. I've got like a bunch of other types of videos and stuff on my channel. I would draw attention in particular to my most recent recitals. So I've been doing like a full recital stream and then editing out all of my stupid yapping, and it's just music. I'm proud of that one. And then the next one, I should say, is next recital, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST. What day is that? Sunday the 5th. So, yeah, all right. We got through that. This is not the most focused, most productive practice session ever, but that's okay. It's literally just going to be a scales practice session today. Unless somebody tips. If anybody tips any amount, I'll play a song. I'll probably play a song at the very end too, but anyways. Here's 63 BPM. Mr. Breast? I've never heard of him. Completely agree with G Guy. There are a few little issues there, as always, but that's okay. Cool. Well, we got through that tempo. Let's take a short break and catch up on chat. Y'all, this instrument is hard. This instrument is hard as fuck. All right, well, that was full tempo at least, so maybe we're done. And it started to feel like it was on the edge. Like there were definitely some issues popping up, so I'm not going to go faster than that today. Okay, so yeah, at least you can listen for free, like, to this practice session, and vice versa. Honestly, like, what amazing times that we live in, because normally at this stage of practice, like, to get to that next level, to get to the next level, like, it takes hours and hours every single day of deliberate, focused practice in order to get to that professional level on guitar. Like, I'm, like, bordering on professional level, believe it or not. Like, not just literally, like, technically I have a tip jar and so I'm making a tiny amount of money, but I mean, like, clean, like, somebody who can make a living off of guitar. I'm practicing at the conservatory level. I think that's fair to say. Like, I'm practicing at the master's level, and that takes, like, 4 hours a day of focused, quiet, deliberate practice. Like, I don't know if I would get through it if it were just me on my own. Like, I don't know if I would get through that. So it's honestly such a gift to be able to hang out with people and have an audience while I'm doing this, like, stuff that's otherwise really boring. Like, boring tech. Like, I love it. I wouldn't mind just doing it on my own, but it's nice to have company and chat and build some community and all that good stuff. No, I haven't listened to that. I didn't know that you're working on that one, G-Guy. I will check that out. BWV 882 Minuet. Oh, is that the one that I sent you? Is that the Bach, like, easier, much, like, level 4 Bach piece? I don't think I learned that one. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the one I sent. No, I don't think I learned it. It looks nice though. Maybe I'll sight read it at some point here. Yeah, chill. Well, cool. Thanks, y'all. If there's no requests, I'm gonna play a couple of songs that I want to play, and then we will switch over to the math stream. This is gonna be fun. I hope that y'all enjoy it. So I'm gonna try to do something fancy where I'm going to continue streaming vertically to this guitar channel, but I'm also going to multi-stream horizontally to the new JC Practices Math channel. Don't worry, you've got the will and the potential. Thanks, Jacques. You're the best. I appreciate that. I mean, what's cool is that I can see myself doing this every single day for the rest of my life. Like, not 4 hours a day, not 6 hours a day. I can do 1 to 2 hours a day of practice every single day for the rest of my life, happily. So I think it's amazing so that some people enjoy it, and I get to have some company and hang out with folks during this crazy journey. So thank you. Thanks for being here, y'all. So, as a thanks to you all, I'm going to play a song. Thanks for watching. Let's play. I'm going to play 2. I think we can make the math stream shorter, and that's fine. I want to play 2. They're both by Agustin Barrios. He's a Paraguayan guitarist at the beginning of the 20th century. Really some of my favorite, some of my favorite guitar music I've learned to date. Just beautiful, beautiful music. So, to me and to a lot of people, it's very beautiful. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, you work with Jason Vio. No way. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's awesome. I've always wanted to meet him. My teacher talks about Jason a lot. My teacher is friends with him. I don't know. You could mention that to him. You should mention my channel to him. And my teacher and I, you probably know, my teacher and I are streaming our lessons together. I wonder what Jason thinks about that. Like, that would be really cool to hear if you wanted to do me a huge favor and just mention that. So, mention his name, Christopher Ladd. They definitely know each other. They're friends. I think that they were kind of rivals back in the day. Jason won the GFA, and Christopher Ladd was like a semifinalist. He didn't win, but yeah. I've heard some stories privately about Jason. That's really cool that you're working with him. What music are you working on, Jacques? That's awesome. I didn't know that you're working with him. That's huge. Here is Vals 3 by Barrios. Again, one more time. Beautiful, and overall, I was proud of that. That's fine, though. All right, here's this other piece, Julia Florida. I don't know what's going on today. Yeah, that's it. Oof. Yeah, so some major slips that don't normally happen, but I disagree. I can still play today. I can still play today. It's just little slips. Something's off today a little bit, but that's fine. Always enjoy listening to your Julia Florida. Thanks, man. Yeah. So a little slips, but I can still 99% play. Like, I'm still very proud of that performance, even though that there were bugs in it. That's just the process, you know? That's why. Maybe it is coffee, I don't know. But I haven't had more coffee than normal. I always have a cup of coffee in the morning. All right, I gotta quickly switch over to this math stream if we're going to actually complete this, because I have a hard stop at 11. Yo, how's it going, Matthew Metalhead? Okay, so we're gonna do... Yeah, Kaya slept from the guitar. Oh, she fell asleep. She's so cute. Oh, these cats. And Luna is right below me. You can't see her, but she's asleep below me, like at my feet. So I've got the adorable double cat view. Double sleeping cat. Yeah. Okay, let's have a good work very soon. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you were here yesterday, Matthew Metalhead. It's good. I'm just gonna call you Metalhead if that's all right. That's a really badass name. I love it. How's it going? It's night. It's day. I don't think you would, but can I see Kai up close later? Like whenever she wakes up, I'll pull her up to the camera. Okay, y'all. So this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna switch gears completely. I'm gonna do a 180 on you all. I hope you don't mind. Please do not unsubscribe for this. I think it's gonna be fun. Every now and then, I'm going to do a math stream here on this channel. So just like guitar, math is a deep hobby for me. It's not something I want. It's not something that I'm going to become like a typical professional mathematician. I know that that's not in the cards for me. I'm probably never going to go to grad school or anything like that. But I just want to keep learning and practicing and doing math just for fun. So I promise you, even if you hate math, I've got something interesting for you today. So this is going to be a fun one. And what's really fancy is I'm actually going to be multi-streaming this. I have a brand new channel, y'all. Unfortunately, I do not know Paganini Caprice. Also, I don't take requests, generally speaking. But nice to meet you. I hope that you still consider joining our community. It's pretty fun here. Let's remove this goal because I'm no longer going to be practicing guitar for this stream. We're actually going to switch over, completely switch gears to something really fun, I think. Let's see how it goes. Isn't Stairway to Heaven technically a classical piece? I don't know. I mean, classical rock, maybe. Like, at what point does something become classical? It's definitely classical rock. Oh yeah, I can definitely do a coding stream someday. I do know a lot of coding. It's just not as fun for me. Like, I'm a little burnt out and kind of bored of coding. But I could definitely do a coding stream. Before I switch over, I do want to quickly mention I am here promoting an app that I'm building. So if y'all are interested, speaking of coding, since Quasar mentioned it, I'm building this app and it's phenomenal. So this is what we did today. I've practiced 44 minutes. We did scales for 35 minutes, and then I played Vals 3 and Julio Florida. So it is a practice journal, but it's a practice journal that's as simple to use as a metronome. So it's like a practice journal that's integrated into your metronome. Everything has its own practice screen, and whenever you run the timers, it saves all that time, kind of like statistics or something like Fitbit or Todoist for musicians, basically. So here, for Julio Florida, that piece that we just played, I can see I've practiced that piece since I started this app for 32 hours over 145 practice days. So, yeah, that's it. I'll just say there's Mujo, and here's a video. If you're more interested in Mujo and my music stuff, go check that out. Give it a like. Help me out. That would do me a solid. Just give that video a like. But now we're going to switch over to a math stream. This is going to be fun. So let's see. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. So I'm going to kick off the brand new stream and make sure that we are actually live on it in a second here. Before we do the full YouTuber energy, got to make sure that we're actually streaming. Happy triangle, square, cubes year, everybody. Horizontal. I think everything is set up correctly. Let's just find out. I think everything is set up correctly. Happy triangle, squares, cubes year, everybody. How's it going? So if I have everything hooked up correctly, we are currently multi-streaming on one channel. I'm streaming this to my classical... Oh, I see there's... Yeah, I almost got hit by this bug, or I call it a bug. It's a UX flaw in YouTube. But anyways, happy triangle, squares, cubes year, everybody. This is going to be fun. I'm actually currently multi-streaming. On the one side, I'm streaming vertically to my guitar channel, JC Practices, and then I'm also streaming horizontally to my brand new channel that nobody's subscribed to yet. It's JC Practices Math. And today we've got a fun identity that somebody just pointed out to me this morning, literally at 1 a.m. this morning, or at midnight last night. Somebody, Jay, shout out to Jay, friend of the channel, he pointed out this wonderful identity that 2025 is the sum of the first 9 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you square that number, well, first off, let's write this in. So 1 plus ... 9 is 45. If you square 45, that is 2025. Turns out that that is also 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus ... 9 cubed. Like, that's delightful. That's just delightful, isn't it? Isn't that so cool? I haven't seen this before. Have you seen this, Quasar? So Quasar says in the guitar channel, it's the square of 45. I didn't know this. So maybe this is old news to people, but I think that's so phenomenally cool. So here's our agenda today. Just for anybody, I think that that's a fun fact. Anybody, pretty much everybody remembers squaring numbers and cubing numbers. That's why I call it the... Also, one thing is a triangle number is when you add like 1 or 1 plus 2. They might be called triangle numbers because of this. Like if you write them out like this, I don't know. These are all the triangle numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3, 1, 2, 3 is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10, on and on. Those are the triangle numbers. And so this here is triangle 9, the 9th triangle number. So I call it triangle square. We've got a triangle number squared equals cubes, a bunch of cubes over here. So that's why I call it triangle square cubes year. All right, so that's fun. I'm going to literally show that to the kids that I tutor. But then we're going to go a little bit further. We'll revisit triangle numbers and the formula that we've proved in the last 2 streams. Coincidentally, yesterday I did a stream that was focused on proof by induction. So I'm going to be repeating some of that info. We'll just revisit that. And then what's so cool is that my friend texted me this formula and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. I actually proved exactly this formula just 3 days ago on the airplane when I was bored and on the airplane trying to just practice induction. So we're actually going to prove this identity. It's true not just for 9, but for any number n. The nth triangle number squared equals the cubes square, the sum of the cubes. So, well, I think we just did this first part. I'm going to go ahead and give that a check. And now let's talk about the triangle numbers just a little bit again. So this is like a review of what we did in the first stream. This is literally just a 3rd stream, everybody. So this is 1 plus ... n. And there's 2 really amazing, well, there's 2 proofs. I think that they're both amazing. I think that there's 2 really cool proofs of this. Proof 1. This one is magical, and I love to show this to kids because there's a great story around it. And then there's proof 2, and this is like a canonical proof by induction. So we'll use proof 2 to review what a proof by induction, how that works. A lot of people haven't seen this. Of course, most of you haven't seen my stream from yesterday. Of course, I wouldn't expect that. So there's a wonderful story that when Gauss, who's a famous mathematician, he's one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, he proved a lot of beautiful results in number theory. Number theory is literally the study of whole numbers. All the numbers greater than 1. They're the counting numbers, the simplest thing that everybody knows. But there are people who study number theory in and of itself. It's considered one of the most beautiful, pure fields of math. Some people say that it's the queen of mathematics is number theory. So Gauss did a lot of work in number theory as well as some other things. But the story is that when he was a kid, the teacher, whenever the class was acting up, whenever the class was getting rowdy, the teacher gave the problem, add all of the numbers up to 100. Go, practice. Like, stop being loud, stop being noisy, or whatever it was. Gauss found this phenomenal trick whenever he was a tiny little kid, apparently. You can write that, like, let's call whatever the answer is S for a sum, maybe. Then you can write it backwards. 2 plus 1. Then you can add both of these together. I mean, this is probably not exactly how he found this, and who knows whether or not the story is actually literally true or not, but it's what we tell undergrads nowadays. Every term, if you add them by columns, every term is 101. And, well, if you count, like there were 100 terms the first time around, 1, 2, 3, 4, 99, 100. So then this is 100 times 101 equals 2s. Therefore, 100 times 101 divided by 2 equals s. And you can calculate that that is 50 times 101, which is 50. So he found that in an instant, and then he went back to doodling or studying prime numbers or whatever he was doing instead of whatever the teacher, well, you know what I mean. So that's the wonderful proof by insight. Like, it's a delightful, elegant, neat trick. It's just such a cool proof. But now it is also, this is a great, last thing just for the, just to finish this thought, is that the number 100 is not special here. The number 100 is not special at all. You can replace 100 with n, and then you have n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the formula that we're going to prove a second way. This is the technique of proof by induction. So for people who weren't in the stream yesterday, which is everybody, you can think of dominoes. If you have a statement that you want to show is true for infinitely many cases, you can show that it's true for one of them, and then you can show that the distance between the dominoes is always small enough that if you hit one of them, then it will also topple over the next one. So that's like a nice way to say it. Basically, if you have a statement that you want to show is true, you can show that it's true for the first number, I use P to mean proposition here. You can show that it's true for one number, and then you can show that if you assume that it's true for a number, then it's also true for the next number. Then you're done. Then you know one of them is true, and then every number, one of them is true, then therefore the next one is true, then therefore the next one is true, on and on. And so I have a quick, I think we can do this very quickly. We can do this. So in this case, the first part is considered the base case, n equals 1. Well, triangle 1, the first triangle number is literally just is literally just 1, and then that is indeed 1 times 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So we're done. Next, we assume 1 plus ... n equals. So now we're going to assume the thing that we want to be true, and we can do that because we've shown that it's at least true for one number, n. So for some, you can think of it as like the last number that we've proved so far, and we know that there's at least one number, n equals 1, that it is true for. Then let's see what the next case is. It would be adding one extra term, n plus 1. Well, that, by assumption, the first part is n plus 1 divided by 2, and then we can add the second term. I'm going to go ahead and multiply it top and bottom by 2. If we expand these polynomials, then we get n squared plus 3n plus 2 over 2. And then that factors. N plus 1, n plus 2 divided by 2. This is exactly the statement for n plus 1. This is the formula that we wanted to show when you replace n with n plus 1. So that's dope. That's pretty cool. Like, it's a perfect canonical proof by contradiction. So let's check chat. Has anybody tuned in to? I don't know if we're actually streaming. I hope we are. I hope things are working. I think so. Who knows? Whatever. Let's continue. I think that we are streaming to the new channel. I hope so. Yeah, I think we are. Okay, let's continue. And now, have you watched Star Wars? What a question. Yeah, absolutely. I love Star Wars. Who hasn't seen Star Wars? Cool. Any questions from the guitar chat or from anybody? Any questions? We can continue. Next, so we've revisited proof by induction, and now, with a tiny bit of time before I have to go really quick, let's prove 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus ... n cubed equals I mean, this must be in a lot of math books, but I solved this from Andrew's number theory, exercise 1.1. Whatever, 5 or something like that. We're doing math today. Yeah. So I'm not always going to double stream, but today we are double streaming to guitar and math channel. This is exercise 2 from chapter 1, section 1. Yeah, so very niche, I know, but for some people, like myself, who are just absolute geeks, this is delightful, I think. And yeah, since you just tuned in, I'm proving this really incredible fact. 2025 is what I call triangle square cubes year. And that's because 2025 can be written in these two different ways. 1 plus 2 plus 3 dot 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 9 and then square it, or 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed dot 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 9 cubed. Math. Yeah, I'm a math with an A kind of person. Okay, so, oops, let's get back to this. All right, then again, the strategy is bass case. Usually, the bass case is super easy. Like, is 1 cubed 1 plus dot 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 n squared? Yes. Done. Okay, so now we move on to the inductive step. Don't copy this verbatim for your math homework because we're gonna be a little fast and loose, a little sloppy with, this is not perfectly rigorous, even though it is pretty close. So now we assume. Yeah, I know math is boring for a lot of people, echoes, but for some people, it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. For me, it definitely is. It's not for everybody, but so is same thing with classical music, right? So the statement with n plus 1 is we want to show that, which side did they do first? Yeah, the cubes. Let's do cubes as the left-hand side. 1 cubed plus dot 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 n cubed plus now the next term, n plus 1 cubed. Well, by hypothesis, we're going to assume that this first chunk is indeed 1 plus dot 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 n quantity squared, and then we add n plus 1 cubed. Recall that we just showed that the triangle number 1 plus dot 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 n is this. So let's square that thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and expand this n plus 1. That's going to be n cubed plus 3n squared plus 3n plus 1. Now we've got n squared times n plus 1 quantity squared over 4. Why don't we take this opportunity to get a common denominator on the two? 4n cubed plus 12n squared plus 12n plus 4, right? Now, n squared times n squared plus 2n plus 1. At this point, we can ignore the... I'm not going to keep writing the denominator because all we need to show is that the numerators... all we need to show is that the numerators match. Let's just keep writing the 4s. It makes sense. It makes sense to still do it. So this 4n cubed, 12n squared, 12n for all of this stuff over 4. Now I'm going to combine these two polynomials in the top. So all the n to the 4th terms are just n to the 4th. All the n cubed terms, we have 3 plus, like, right here we're going to get 2, and then here we're going to get 6. We're going to get 2 plus 4 is 6. n squared terms, we've got 1 and 12. N terms, Did we lose one? Yeah, we did lose one right there. 12n, and then constant terms are just the number 4. All of this over 4. Now, I'm going to kind of take a shortcut because what we did was show that the left-hand side equals ... equals this thing. What we can do is we can start from the right-hand side of what we expect, and if we can show that it equals the left-hand side, this thing that we found, and they can like kind of meet in the middle in a sense. So the right-hand side of the statement that we want to see is n plus 1 times n plus 2 divided by 2 quantity squared. That was ugly. There, let's just do it like that. So if we expand that out, we've got n plus 1 squared. We can do that. N plus 1 squared is going to be n squared plus 2n plus 1. And then n plus 2 squared is going to be n squared plus 4n plus 4. Right? Now, at this point is the point where I'm going to claim that we only have to care about the numerator. So I'm just going to focus on the numerator now. N squared plus 2n plus 1 times that. So again, I'm going to think in terms of the powers. So n to the 4th, we can get it from here, and that's the only way. We can get n cubed terms with this one and this one. So there's 4n cubed, and then 2 more n cubed by multiplying this and this. So we get 6n cubed. And now n, n to the power 1 terms are going to be 2n times 4. So there's 8, and then 1 times 4. That, did I miss something? Oh, wait, I went to n terms. I should have gone to n squared. N squared is going to be this guy multiplied with this guy. There's 4, and then 2n times 4n. There's 8, and then this one times this one, that makes 13 in total. You could do this a little bit more carefully by writing this as like n squared times the right-hand side, or the second term, plus 2n times the right, plus the second term, plus 1 times the second term. But at this point, you should feel fairly comfortable expanding to polynomials like this. So now n, 2n times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4, so that is 12n. And now we have 1 times 4 for our constant term. Why not? Let's not be lazy. Let's just say it's that. And that is exactly the same thing that we got here. Therefore, left-hand side equals right-hand side. And so, assuming the statement at n implies that the statement is also true for n plus 1, and we're done. Happy, what is it again? Triangle, square, cubes year. Boom, done. Hell yeah. All right, well, that's it. That's it for today. I'm going to try to make this a quick little short stream, and I got to go in a second. Maybe I'll play a classical guitar piece for y'all. Thank you for watching this. Especially since we're multi-streaming to the guitar channel and the math channel, I think it makes sense to wrap this up with a guitar song. Thank you for watching. My name is John. I have this brand new channel, JC Practices Math. If you're on that channel, I also have a guitar channel, JC Practices, and we are basically doing the same thing in both of these. I am just live practicing stuff. These are deep hobbies for me. Math is a deep hobby. Classical music is a deep hobby. I hope you enjoy this. So yeah, feedback is a gift, y'all. If anybody has any feedback, I would love to talk about it at any point. I gotta play the song really quickly, and then I gotta go immediately. So thank you for watching. All right, here is a Bach piece. Let me check my tuning just a tiny bit better. That's it. Thank you for watching. It is exactly 10:59, and I gotta go right now. Actually, it's 11. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate you all watching. Have a wonderful day.